Yo, people, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Elite Talks Football. And let's get onto it. This is the Premier League predictions for game week number 33. I know time is coming in thick and fast. 5 games to go until the end of this Premier League season. First things first, I hope you had a good Friday. Hence why I didn't upload the video yesterday because it was a good Friday and since I'm a Christian, we all had to watch the Christian movie about all about Jesus and his disciples and all that stuff. So that's why I'm gonna do this video today, and it is gonna be a quick one because I'm gonna be watching the Arsenal woman face Leon in the Champions League semi-final. That is why there's no trophy to pin kickoff for the Premier League today. So it's gonna be a quick one, and then obviously, and then so yeah, I hope you had a good Friday. And yeah, today is Easter weekend. Tomorrow is Easter Sunday, where both the Chelsea men and women are playing. The men will be playing against Fulham, and then the women will go and will face Barcelona. And those games are away from home. So, if you want me to be honest with you, I'm looking forward to the women's team because the men's team we've lost 2-1 to fucking Legia Warsaw. At home that result is even more embarrassing than the Ipswich game because I've been to Ipswich before. I know the team, I know the stadium. Portsmouth Road is far, but not that far from where I live. Legia Warsaw, I've only heard them once, but not every time. You know, not every time. So 2-1 is so embarrassing, and we have to go away to Fulham. Yeah, for me the Champions League is done. But we'll get on to my team in just a minute. So yeah, it's just gonna be a quick one. And yeah, so today's Easter weekend, the start of it, and let's just see how it goes, man. So yeah, man, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing if you are new to the channel. Make sure you hit the share button. Make sure you hit the bell notifications so they never miss any of my content because if I'm not that busy, I might be uploading. I'm doing the preview because normally I do previews, but since the team is not doing since the men's team is just not making me happy, I just thought let me not do this. But if I'm not that busy, I will do the preview for the Fulham game. So make sure you guys check that out. But yeah, so yeah, without further ado, let's start. So the first game, of course, like I said, there's no lunchtime kickoff, but the first game will go straight to the 3 p.m. kickoff, and that is Brentford versus Brighton. Of course, hold on, let me just sorry guys, I forgot to do this earlier. Um, of course, Brentford drawn 1-1 against Arsenal, whereas for Brighton, they drew 2-2 against the City. And by the way, Brighton were the first team since December to let Leicester City score a goal, So there we go. So yeah, now in terms of the table, Brighton are in 10th place. If they beat Brentford today, that means there will be they're 6 points behind us, but they could be 3 points behind Chelsea. So, but it does really matter anyway. So, if Brighton win, I will not complain. Obviously, I want Brentford to win because they're closing in on 10th place Brighton. So it's basically 11th versus 10th in the league. So it is what it is. In terms of this game, I feel like Brighton's form have been not been that great. They've only had in the last 4 games, they've drawn two and they've lost two. Whereas for Brentford, they've also lost two and drawn two. So the form is kind of the same, only one win in the last 5 games in the Premier League. So it's at the GT Community Stadium. Obviously, Chelsea went there and drew against away to Brentford. So it's still a tough place. And of course, Brentford got a 1-1 draw against Arsenal. So in terms of this game, I feel like this game might end in a draw as well. So I might have to go for because Brentford's home form isn't that great. So that's why I'm not gonna go for a win. So yeah, for this game later today, I'm gonna go for a draw. I'm gonna go for should I go for 2-2? Nah, yeah, Brentford don't really. Actually, yeah, they do concede a lot at home, but not too much. It's so tough. I'm gonna go for a draw, but I think I might go for. Should I go for? My mind is yeah. Yeah, both teams do create really good chances. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a 2-2 draw because I was thinking, yeah, because I watched the Brighton game. They had chances to win, they didn't, and for Brentford game, especially against Chelsea, they had chances to score and they didn't as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go for a 2-2 draw. Brighton's goal scorers, Matoma and Danny Welbeck for Brentford. I'm gonna go for Ebremo and Wissa to score. So yeah, 2-2 draw between Brentford and Brighton. All right, the next game is Crystal Palace versus Bournemouth. Obviously, Crystal both teams have lost. Um, Palace they were 2-0 up against City, but end up blowing it. And then Bournemouth finally won a game at home, especially when they face Fulham. So there you go. Um, but yeah, I feel like for me, Crystal Palace have lost the last two games, but I think but I feel like Bournemouth's form I mean Bournemouth are looking to make it back-to-back wins for the first time since I think in January this year or something like that. For Palace though, they're in 12th place and they're nearly also close to being in 10th place, because let's say let's say if Palace win and then Brighton and Brentford draw their games, then Palace will be only be like 3 points behind Brighton, if you know what I mean. So yeah, they're up against Bournemouth, and as usual, Crystal Palace are good at home. They really are, and yeah, if they can end the season above the mid-table, then that's good. That's good for them. So yeah, for this game, I'm gonna go for a Palace win for this one. So I'm gonna go for um yeah. I'm just gonna go for the traditional 3-1 because I'm watching the City game. If Eze would have timed this one perfectly and been 3-0 up, then I feel like Man City still may have won this game, but you know, not like how they used to when Kevin De Bruyne scores that free kick and all that stuff. So yeah, basically I'm gonna go for 3-1 to Palace because they were good against City, but they end up blowing it. So against Bournemouth at home, I feel like they all bounce back. So yeah, 3-1 Bournemouth. The goal scorers, Eze to score, Jon Mateta to score, and Eddie Nketiah to score as well. For Bournemouth, I'm going to go for Justin Kluivert. So yeah, 3-1 to Palace. It's going to be my prediction for that game. Going to be for that game today. And then the next game is Everton versus Man City. Oh boy. Of course, Everton got that huge win against Nottingham Forest at the City ground, 1-0. And then Man City also won 5-2 as well. But yeah, I'm looking at the table right now. Everton are above Manchester United and Tottenham. Manchester, they're above Man after the season they had of five for relegation. They are above Man United and above Tottenham. That is absolutely crazy. And the also crazy thing is that if Everton, let's say if they beat Man City, let's just pretend, but let's say Everton beat City and then Palace lose against Bournemouth, there will be 2 points, and and they're also looking to be catching up above the table, Everton, under David Moyes. So there we go. So yeah, listen, I'm going to be watching that game today because even though Man City are above us, I'm hoping that Everton could do us a favour. Just like how they did against Forest, I believe they do the same thing. Now, do I think Everton will beat City? No. But anything can happen. Anything can happen. Against Liverpool, if they had chances, the likes of Beto and the Core and all that stuff, I believe they would have beaten Liverpool. And Everton, the same goes for the Arsenal game. And let's not forget the Tottenham game. Um, and let's not forget, Everton are unbeaten against the big six teams at Goodison Park. They drew against Arsenal, they drew against my team, Chelsea, They beat Sorry, they beat Tottenham. They drew against Liverpool, and they drew against Manchester United. So so that's why for me, that's why I'm going to go for a draw, because many of the big six teams are going to have Goodison Park and have drawn. And let's not forget as well that Man City, this is their last game at Goodison Park, because you all know that next season Everton will be playing in a new stadium, so which is Ball Park, which is basically not, which is a bit far than Anfield, but still in the same place, Merseyside, if you know what I mean. So, of course, Man City want to end at Goodison Park with a win, but I see this game being a draw. So I'm going to go for 1-1 draw, just like it was at the Etihad. So 1-1 draw. Goals go for City. Screwy. Probably Kevin De Bruyne. For Everton, I'm going to go for Beto. So yeah, I'm going to go for 1-1 draw. I'll be watching that game, and let's just hope. And I'm hoping that Everton can at least, if the Everton can beat City, that would be great. But I don't think that's going to happen. I'm going to predict a 1-1 draw, to be honest with you. So yeah, 1-1 draw. All right, the next one is West Ham United versus Southampton. Of course, West Ham United were this close of getting a result at Anfield, but they've lost again. Whereas for Southampton, what was the last game? Oh yeah, Aston Villa, and they did lose 3-0. So yeah, listen, for this game, Southampton for me are already relegated, and with 5 games to go, looking at the table, Southampton, need at least 3 points. They need to get one more win in order for them to not be the worst team in Premier League history, because Derby County still hold that record for the lowest points in Premier League history, which is 11. And Southampton are just 1 point behind them. So Southampton need to get at least a win over the next 5 games. So we'll see if they can do that. But as of right now, they're facing West Ham United, who in the last 5 games have been lost, draw, lost, draw, lost, draw. If you can see the pattern. But for me, West Ham are looking for the win, and I think they'll do that, because Southampton right now are just absolutely terrible. They really are. So for this game, I'm gonna go for a West Ham win. I feel like they might concede, but I'm gonna go for West Ham win of. I'm gonna go for a 2-1, because I don't think they'll score more goals than that. I don't remember the last time a West Ham scored more than 2 goals under Graham Potter. So yeah, I'm gonna go for a 2-1 West Ham win. It's not gonna be easy, of course, but I feel that they might gonna win this game. So yeah, 2-1 to West. So yeah, 2-1 to West Ham. Goal scorers probably Mohamed Kundus and Jared Bowen. For Southampton, maybe Leslie Kuchuku. So yeah, 2-1 to West Ham. They will win the game, because Southampton for me are just worse. They really are worse, and they deserve to get relegated. So yeah, 2-1 to West Ham. The next one, I'm definitely looking forward to this, and I'm definitely going to be watching this as well, is Aston Villa versus Newcastle. Of course, Newcastle won 5-0 against Palace in their in their in their game in hand. Whereas of Aston Villa, they went to Southampton and won 3-0. So listen, this for me is the game of the weekend, because both teams are battling out for the place in the Champions League. So Newcastle right now on 59 points. But if Aston Villa can beat Newcastle, there will be 2 points. They will be in fifth place, depending on the Man City game if they drew. So if Aston Villa beat Newcastle, there'll be 2 points, you know, below Newcastle, and they'll be in fifth place. So we all saw when Aston Villa faced Nottingham Forest, and both teams were bound out for the Champions League. Villa won that game 2-1. So it's going to be a tough game, because Newcastle are in really good form, 5 wins in a row. But Aston Villa at home this year have not lost at home. You saw what happened to PSG. Even though they beat them 3-2, that wasn't enough. So Aston Villa's home form is not bad. They beat Forest, they beat Chelsea, they drew against Liverpool, they drew against Man United, they beat Tottenham, and I think that's it. So for me, I want this game to be a draw. I really do. I really do. Because I don't want Villa to be above Chelsea. But like I said, the Champions League dream is over for Chelsea. So what's the point? What is the point? And like I said, if Chelsea can make it to the Champions League, fair play. But for now, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. So yeah, I'll be watching that game. It's so tough because I was thinking that this game might end in a draw, but I'm gonna go for a 2-1 Villa win because I think for me, Newcastle will probably dominate the game. But I just feel like Unai Emery will find a way to frustrate Newcastle. I feel like he might do. And like I said, their home form is not that bad. So yeah, 2-1 to Villa. It's going to be my prediction. Because Rashford, yes, he's really got back into his form. He's like he's done a like so far this season. This the Marcus Rashford we've been waiting for, and Marcus Asensio is turned up as well. Like in the game against PSG, should have scored, you know. But I think both him, I think Rashford and Asensio will score in this game for Newcastle. Alexander Isak, if you know what I mean. So obviously, if Newcastle win, then I don't mind. That means that Villa cannot be above us, you know. But I'm just like I said, I want this game to be a draw. But to be honest with you, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So yeah, 2-1 to Villa. It's going to be my prediction for that game today. Then we move on into Easter Sunday. You know, the 20th of April. So yeah, Fulham versus Chelsea. I'm not going to talk about this too much because I'm going to be doing a preview. But listen, that game is tough because Fulham, even though they lost 1-0 against Bournemouth 2 weeks ago, they faced Liverpool at home and beaten them. Chelsea right now, their form is bad, really bad. One win in three in the Premier League. One win in three. And the game was against Tottenham. We drew against Brentford, we should have won. We drew against Ipswich Town, should have won. And now we face Fulham. All we can, all I can, all Chelsea fans have to do is just pray and hope. That's all we have to do. Just pray and hope that we can get a result. Because I'm not confident in that game. I don't see us even getting a draw out of this. Because look at Lega Warsaw. We lost to them 2-1 at home. 2-1 at home. The mentality of this football club is in the bin. I keep saying it. I said it on Football Terrace. I said it on my channel. I said it on so many other channels. The mentality of this football club is in the bin. There is no leadership. There is no urgency. There is no heart, fight, desire, passion. There is nothing in this football club. Nothing. Like, and like I said, we need a massive reboot. We just need to whip up and start again. And I always keep saying this: win, lose, or draw. I was going to say Enoch, Top Bowley, Win Stanley, Lawrence Stewart, Clear Lake, Egbali, all of them need to leave. All of them. And if the new owners and the new sporting directors want to sack Enzo Maresca, then fine. Then fine. Because like, I warned people about Enzo Maresca. I want people and somebody said to me, "Oh, you cannot be saying that." Well, guess what? We lost 2-1 to Lake Warsaw. Who is the manager? Him. Obviously, obviously he's doing a bit better than Pochettino, but you know, but he just needs to improve the style of play because it's so boring every time. Just go inside the box and nobody's there. Sideways, backwards. People are starting to figure him out, like he did at Leicester City last season. If you know what I mean. So, but yeah, I'm not going to talk about this too much. I'm not confident in that game, so I'm going to go for a 2-1 Fulham win. They beat us at home, which they've never done. And who was the manager this season? Maresca. So there you go. I know that, Robert Sanchez will start, but so that's why I'm not going to be confident. Because Philip Jorgensen isn't better, but Sanchez is much worse. And like I said in the live watch along, 1.5 billion pounds, and this is the goalkeeper that we've got. Both of them are bad. Just bring back Petrovic, man. Just bring him back. Just bring him back, man. And if we can sign in another goalkeeper, that's either Matt Sells or maybe Diogo Costa from Porto, then yeah, I would get rid of I would every goalkeeper that we've got, get rid of all of them. Get rid of Sanchez, you know. I'll probably stick with Philip Jorgensen as the third choice goalkeeper. But other than that, get rid of Sanchez, get rid of every goalkeeper, and just bring back Petrovic and just bring back and just maybe sign another goalkeeper because the situation right now is not that great. So yeah, 2-1 to Fulham. It's going to be my prediction. Not confident whatsoever. And then we've got the Arsenal game against Ipswich Town. Of course, Ipswich drew against Chelsea. Arsenal drew against Brentford. So both teams drew each other. But listen, Arsenal right now, I have to say, even though I hate to say this, but as a neutral, they're in the semi-finals of the Champions League. They beat Real Madrid as well, in two legs, and they face Paris Saint-Germain. So, yeah, man. So Arsenal, I'm in the up, but Ipswich Town are in the down. Now, would I love Ipswich Town, to get a draw as against Arsenal? Absolutely. Because like I said, we are the only team this season that haven't beaten Ipswich Town. Arsenal did, Tottenham did, Man United did, Man City did, Liverpool did. We're the only team. And even Southampton have been Ipswich Town this season. That's why I've been telling you why we're in an absolute embarrassment. Why this club is a mess. Like honestly, man. But yeah, listen, Arsenal drew against Brentford, but to me, they're gonna finish in the Champions League next season. So, and they're focusing on the Champions League because to me, the Premier League is over. I will get to Liverpool in just a minute. But I think Arsenal win this game. I think Ipswich Town might score, but I think Arsenal win. So I'm gonna go for an Arsenal 3-1 win. Oh yeah, I didn't even the goal scorers for Fulham, probably Alex Iwobi and Yo Jimenez for Chelsea, maybe Kukurea at this point because he's our top scorer in 2025. So there we go. In terms of the Ipswich goal scorers, I'm going to go for Liam Delap for Arsenal, Bukayo Saka, Mika Moreno, and Declan Rice. So yeah, 3-1 to Arsenal is my prediction on Easter Sunday. And then we've got Manchester United versus Wolves. And I tell you what, that comeback that I just saw against Leon, honestly, like it was the best comeback I've seen. And the first time in European history, we've seen 5 goals in extra time. 5 goals. I mean, I don't know how Leon absolutely bottled that. All they had to do, and Don Hussam said it as well on his channel, big up to him, just hold on. Don't be too defensive. Just try and play a back five. Just make sure you don't just stop being stupid. What did they do? They gave away a penalty, and that allows Man United, to get back into this game. The fact that Man United scored 3 goals in like 8 minutes in extra time was crazy. But yeah, they're through to the semi-final. I was this close to be cooking KG and all the rest of the Man United fans, but Leon just failed that for me. But yeah, they're facing Wolves and let me look at the form table because I know they've lost their. Yeah, they've got beaten 4-1, 4-1 by Newcastle, if you know what I mean. So, and by the way, Ruben Amorim says that they're going to play the kids because they're focusing on the Europa League. So, I'm not. So we'll have to see what happens that day. So, but for Wolves though, I believe their form is really good. They've won 4 games in a row, by the way. 4 games in a row, and they're 3 points behind Manchester United. So if Wolves beat Man United, they'll be in the same points. After a team that was close to the relegation zone, they could be left with Manchester United, you know. And if you look at their form as well, draw, win, lose, um, lose, draw, lose. So I'm guessing that Man United could win because they cannot go back to back wins in the Premier League. So yeah, look at the pattern: draw, win, um, lose, draw, lose. So what's the next pattern going to be? A win. There you go, man. So I think Man United are going to win this game. So and plus, teams have done the double over Man United before, the likes of Tottenham, Forest, who else? Oh, Newcastle as well, yeah. And I think that's it. In fact, when is the last time Wolves done the double over Man United? Let me just have a look. Oh, the last okay, since 1980. So that's like 45 years ago, man. 45 years ago. That is crazy. But yeah, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So yeah, for this game on Easter Sunday, I'm gonna go for a 2-1 Man United win. You know, imagine they get back-to-back losses. Like, boy, it's crazy. But yeah, Man United are going to win. It's at Old Trafford as well, and Wolves don't have a good record there, if you know what I mean. So yeah, 2-1 to Man United. Goal scorers, probably Joshua Zerski and Bruno Fernandes for Wolves. I'm gonna go for Cunha to score. Cunha to score. So yeah, if Wolves do beat Man United, I'll not be surprised because Man United are just mud brothers alongside Tottenham. So yeah, 2-1 to my. But yeah, I'm gonna go for 2-1 to Man United in this game. Right, the next game, of course, is Leicester City versus Liverpool, and Liverpool are 2 wins away from winning the title. So all Liverpool have to do is beat Leicester City, and if they beat Tottenham, which is at Anfield, they'll become the Premier League champions, and they could also possibly lift it as well since it's at home as well. So yeah, they have to get past Leicester City right now because Leicester City drew against Brighton, but for and Liverpool won their game. So listen, Liverpool will win this game. Not only that they need to, is because they face Leicester City at the King Power Stadium, a team 8 matches in a row that cannot win and cannot score, if you know what I mean. So yeah, for this game tomorrow, I'm gonna go for a 3-0 Liverpool win. I see another game where Leicester City don't score at home. They did score against Brighton, but that was away. But at home, yeah, they can't score. They simply cannot score, especially on the wood for an Nistelrooy. So yeah, I'm gonna go for a what should I go for? No, I'm gonna go for 3-0. Yeah, I'm gonna go for 3-0 to Liverpool because Newcastle did that. I think Liverpool do the same. Yeah, 3-0 to Liverpool is gonna be my prediction. Goal scorers, Mo Salah, Luis Diaz, and probably Darwin Nunes. So yeah, 3-0 Liverpool is gonna be my prediction. Yeah, I see them winning that game. So yeah, if they win that game, next up, Tottenham, which I'm gonna be watching as well, and I'm gonna be doing a stream on that as well. So yeah, 3-0 Liverpool, my prediction on Easter Sunday. Then on Monday, boy, Monday night, Tottenham Hotspur versus Nottingham Forest. First of all, I'd like to say massive congratulations to Tottenham. They're through to the semi-finals of the Europa League, and I didn't expect that at all because their way to Frankfurt, the atmosphere there is a hostile. I remember Chelsea went there and drew, and also Arsenal went there also drew, and I thought, yeah, Tottenham will be out for this game. They will be, but fair play to them. Fair play to Tottenham, man. It's as simple as that. But listen, they've lost 17 games this season, Tottenham. That's the same amount as Wolves. The same amount as Wolves. And if and Tottenham, you know, let's say if Wolves win and Tottenham lose against Forest, that will be the fourth most loss in the Premier League this season. Because Ipswich Town, Leicester City, and Southampton are the only teams who have lost more games in the Premier League than Tottenham. 17. And with 5 games to go, Tottenham could possibly lose 20 of them. 20 Premier League losses. That is absolutely crazy. So listen, in terms of this game, Chelsea right now are in sixth place. Let's say that we do beat Fulham and Tottenham can beat Nottingham Forest. We'll be above them. So yeah, Tottenham. I mean Forest cannot bottle this because it started the season off really well, but Forest have lost 2 games in a row. By the way, 2 games, which is absolutely crazy. So Forest have to bounce back. They will have to. Now this game is really tough. It is really tough, but I don't know what to say about this game. I would love Tottenham to win, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I feel like this game might be a draw. It might be a draw, to be honest with you, or it could be a Forest win. I'm not quite sure. Um, it is so tough. It really is tough. but it's at White Hart Lane. If it was at the City Ground, then yeah. But I feel like it's going to be a draw at least. At least it's going to be a draw. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, it's going to be a draw for this game unless Tottenham can find a way to win. Yeah, for this game. Yeah, I'm going to go for a draw. I'm going to go for 1-1. But I just got this feeling that that Forest might win. That Forest might win that game. But I feel like it's going to be a draw. And I'm hoping that Tottenham can win, but it's not going to happen. So yeah, I'm going to go for 1-1 draw. Goal scorer, Dominic Solanke and Anthony Elanga. So yeah, I'm going to go for 1-1 draw. Forest have to bounce back, but I'm just hoping that Tottenham can do Chelsea a favour and beat them, if you know what I mean. So yeah, 1-1 draw in that game. What's this one? Oh, we get to that one. Yeah, we'll get to that one in just yeah, we'll get to those games after. All right, so yeah, that is it for this week's game. That's okay, that's it for this week's weekend's predictions. Let me go for them one more time. So today's games: 2-2 draw between Brentford and Brighton. Palace 3-1 win against Bournemouth. A 1-1 draw between Man City and Everton. We'll be watching that game. West Ham to beat Southampton by 2-1. And then the big game, Villa vs Newcastle. I've gone for the home team to win 2-1 against the Toons. I'll be watching that game as well. Then Easter Sunday, I've gone for West London Derby. I'm gone for a Fulham 2 win against Chelsea. I pray that doesn't happen, but who knows? I've gone for 3-1 also win against Ipswich, a 2-1 Man United win against Wolves, a 3-0 Liverpool win against Leicester City, and last but not least, a 1-1 draw between um, Tottenham and Nottingham Forest. So that is all my Premier prediction for game week number 33. So do let me know in the comments down below whether you do agree or disagree of my predictions. And if you got your predictions, also put it in the comments down below. But yeah, that's the end of this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget, if you're new, hit the subscribe button. Click give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And make sure you hit the share button so that everyone else can also watch this as well together, whether you're your family, with your friends, with the people that you don't know. Just make sure you click the share button and yeah, hit the bell notification as well so they never miss any of my content. But yeah, that is it. Good luck to your teams. Have a great Easter weekend, and I'll see you guys later on for maybe a match preview or a live watch along for the Fulham game. So make sure you guys check that out. But yeah, man, have a great Easter, everybody, and I'll see you guys later on. Take care, goodbye, God bless, and I'll catch you guys again soon. Peace.